Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Ultimate General American Revolution, part number 10 on our Let's Play series of this game. And in our last video we retook Kingston. We've secured the Hudson River Valley up as far north as Ticonderoga. Boston is in our control. And so in today's video we're going to be attempting to secure southern, or at least as far south as the game has right now, New York for us. And we're about to fight a battle here in a fort, and Fort Montgomery here in southern New York. That being said, this was taken from a live stream on my Twitch channel, so if you're interested in joining those, link in the description. And without further ado, let's jump into the fight. What is it? It's foggy, it's 2 in the morning. We'll let these boys regain their strength before we send them forward. Unless it's a Christmas morning, I might be in for a world of hurt. You really think so? I think my boys can handle it. All right, we'll move the artillery forward here. The infantry forward up to here. I'm just gonna... Whoa! Oh, I just want you to shoot there. I don't want you to go there. Alright, I'm gonna try and just overwhelm one section rather than get fancy and move around a... well, maybe. But that gate looks unoccupied. But I'm going to just try and push through the front door. Use the artillery maybe to destroy the front door, and then just push through the front door. Alright, artillery, engage these guys. Engage the enemy infantry just on the front, right in front of you. Maybe destroy that blockhouse. Let the enemy get their troops, their artillery tired from the bombardment. Can already see this section of the fort is smoking. They're moving troops back in to guard this gatehouse. We'll let one of our companies take some artillery fire. That's okay, boys. You can take it. The enemy's gonna... At this range, I would think the enemy fire is gonna be largely ineffectual. Meanwhile, I've at least got the whole side of a fort to shoot at, so my fire will be great. Alright, the fort is on fire. Or at least that section of the fort is. Alright, let's break one of these units apart. Who's got less experience? I just want to send someone out to go do some scouting. Alright, there's 78 men here. They're still shooting at the... Yeah, just watch it. Just watch the fort come apart. Hosa Smith's green boys. I've only inflicted 6 casualties on this. The casualties being inflicted definitely... I wonder if they increase as the fort gets more damaged. Hey boys, just sit there and eat some artillery fire, please. Destroy this section enough. You did last time. A food on fall, as Napoleon would call it. Hey, everybody, just shoot at the one. Hannibal's entered the chat. Alright. That section of the fort definitely looks like it's getting beat up a bit. They've taken 10 casualties. The enemy artillery appears to have stopped firing. Never mind. Never mind! Just kidding. How much more damage do we need to do to break that spot open? I'm assuming it gets broken in. I mean, we saw last battle that they abandoned it and never returned, and it wasn't something I could occupy, so I believe it gets damaged. Could be working under a false assumption here. I feel bad for these guys who are just told to sit out here and die. But hey, you're pixels. You'll survive. Or you won't. But it won't matter. It's quiet. Burning through half of our artillery ammo. But breaking open a side of the fort would be well worth the expenditure of ammunition, I think. Also, it's nice because these smaller forts don't have the sort of 5-star design of the previous battle at Ticonderoga, so you don't have to like advance to the one section you can cross the fort at where the enemy's firing into your flanks as you move. It's basically just a straight wall. It's much less imposing. Alright, let's actually... Can we tell them to hold their fire here for a sec? Hold your fire, boys. Get your fatigue up a bit. Speed things up, will you? I'm assuming once they're done reloading. Yep, conditions going up. Alright, that company withdrew. Well, thanks for doing your duty, boys. Well, go ahead and retreat toward them. I think they got back close to my general and they regained their nerve. Alright, you can shoot again. First Lieutenant Jedediah Dunbar is wounded. I really don't mean to just sit here and pound the enemy for the whole battle, but I thought you could destroy a section of the fort. It doesn't seem like we're having any success with that like last time. Maybe just the gate? Maybe it's just the gate you can do that with? So I suppose we can... Oh, we did! Finally! Alright. So focus on the enemy infantry in the open now, at least. Do what they did to our boys. Actually, no. Shoot at the smoking fort, because if you can expand the breach, we can have a 2-section breach, then they'll basically have no advantage of having a fort. I usually avoid using time compression because I thought at some point I heard that it affects morale in terms of like the morale checks running. But in any event, we'll have these boys focus on the gate. And if they can destroy that, again, then we can advance basically just across the open without any real risk of the enemy having a fort, other than the fact that they'll have artillery shooting over our heads. Does look like the enemy artillery is doing quite a bit of damage, though. We're actually losing a lot more men than I would like. Okay, let's do this. Let's advance at the enemy infantry in the open. 2 companies go forward. Interesting enough, the troops I'm advancing against do not have experience stars. So they may be green too. I shifted my artillery back to hit the enemy infantry in the open, or at least one of the batteries, because that'll influence their morale. Troops that are under artillery fire get a pretty huge morale penalty. General Butcher, get out there with your boys. Troops are sitting ducks. Jesus. Why do these regular troops not take any... They're supposed to be regulars, and yet they act like militia. I wonder if divisions get a penalty for that kind of stuff. Like, do divisions get certain penalties when they're merged with different units? I don't really know how the game treats that. Try and get inside the fort. Alright, I don't know why you're not shooting, but advance if you're not going to shoot. Why are they not shooting? Can they not hit him from there? Get up onto that wall. Why are these boys... You guys! Alright, grape shot. This is over. This battle's over. Well! This was another feels bad battle. Like, I could keep pushing. But why? I thought my genius plan... Punch a hole in the wall and go through it. Hey, we routed that unit at least. We got one of them. We got one. We shattered one. Can you engage these boys now? Maybe we can rally? I thought we were going to give up, but maybe not. You guys have reloaded. There you go. Just stay far enough away that the enemy artillery can't hurt you. Or maybe the enemy artillery will be so tired they can't really effectively support. I don't know. Owie! Yep, there go the regulars. They're like, hey, that artillery? Yeah, we didn't like that. We still don't like it. Okay. So the thing is, if we win this battle and we defeat this enemy force, they probably will mostly get destroyed or just have nowhere to retreat. So this would almost be a battle that's worth having a Pyrrhic victory, because there won't be, likely, a follow-on fight afterwards. I mean, I suppose it'll delay our push toward Fort Rice, but... yeah, there's those dragoon soldiers that were the bane of our existence in the previous fight. Bring up the boys who won't fight under Jay Allen. Hey, we shattered the dragoons. Second enemy company shattered. And if they're shattered, they can't regain reinforcements, because I don't think the British have the ability to raise new units. I think they can ship units in from England, but I don't think they can raise new companies in the new world. Now, maybe if they've got, like, local militia, they can. I don't really know how that works. But most of these are all redcoat units, so... that is indeed a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Artillery reload at all? Oh, they're still plucking away. British are just going to pour more Hessians in. Yeah, but those troops would probably come to Canada, not here. I don't think they have a path to getting to this fort. So again, that kind of gets to the scenario where it's like, all right, this is not the worst case scenario from a are you willing to take a Pyrrhic victory type setup. The answer is probably yes in this battle. Where are you wheeling? Oh, so you can run. Okay. Well, I suppose the bad news is we just got driven back. The good news, they have yet to rout, I think, one of our units from the map entirely. And we have either routed or destroyed 2. So in that sense, good news. Maybe we can get this 26-man company too. That looks like a full company coming up behind those 24 men, though. Why are you moving? I just want you to shoot. Got him! Another enemy company shattered. And now they're routing. Okay, well, that's what, 3 enemy companies shattered or destroyed? That's a lot of dead bodies. Look at all those boys. This is definitely a battle that the KD ratio is not favoring us, though. That is for sure. Oh, boys, get off your guns. Come support me. Some infantry that still has some ammo left. Well, actually, these guys have ammo. Some infantry that still has some morale left. I wonder if I can rally these troops better if they're on guns. So, like, if I order these guys... Well, I guess they can't. What is this guy doing? What is this horse doing? Oh, apparently my character's force has lost 14 men this battle. Well, that's not great. Guess that's what happens when you're under artillery fire. Just get another company? Alright, I should probably move. Don't want the campaign to come to an end quite yet. Why are you not shooting? This is very strange. I don't know if they don't have a path to shoot or what. Why is this horse glitched? He's just like, wee! To destroy another company before we retreated. Alright, I guess it's just time to end the battle, huh? We're not getting through. We're not gonna get through. Charge! Bayonets! You outnumber them 2-1. Do it. They do have a fort and a wall and all that jazz, but you don't outnumber them 2-1 anymore. Charge! Bayonets! Charge! Bayonets! I said a Pyrrhic victory would make sense, and I meant it. And that didn't work. Okay, never mind. End battle. Alright, so it says it's a draw. We lost half our men, 566 out of 1,200. They lost a little less than 40%. Not a great result. Futile. I guess the only good thing is we destroyed some of their companies for their regiments, right? Alright, Hartford, I think, is safe from enemy troops coming toward us, so move that way. Frankly, New Haven, too. So listen, we got more men coming, okay? Okay? You might lose that fight. I mean, we've already lost that fight. But we got more men. We'll just, we'll just bring more men. They're at, what, 5? They have 2 regiments left. Well, that's what they had before. The 169 and 414. Northern Command. 1,300 British soldiers are going to arrive by sea. Where? But where? Are they just... Oh, they're going to... In response to intelligence from Continental Army plans to invade the northern colonies, the British expedition fortified a defensive line along key northern routes. Well, they're defending cities we've already taken from them, so... I'm assuming they're just going to show up in Canada? Hopefully they don't land any troops in New Haven now that I pulled that garrison out. Okay, so they did get some reinforcements. They got back up to 604. But we got 900 more men coming. I don't particularly want to fight that battle again, but... Oh, and I lost my artillery batteries. Great. But I think I'm going to have to. Because I don't think 900 militia against 600 regulars is going to be a good result. If left to the AI. All right. Updates to international relations. Sabotage. Where? But where? Portsmouth. Okay. It's right there on the screen in front of me. Okay. No 20-hour artillery bombardment this time. I think we'll just go for Montgomery directly once the troops arrive. Right, at least Whitefield's getting some stamina back. How quickly are they reinforcing? So this is going to be September 2nd. They're going to be up. They didn't get any more troops that day? Okay. So we'll let Evans rest for a day. See what they get tomorrow. Creeks and Cherokee are at war? Okay, I don't care. Alright, get your condition up, your stamina up. I think their artillery would be too well guarded by the stone wall. I think. I don't know. Can we win this battle without fighting it on the tactical map? I'm just wondering. I don't think it's going to go well for us, so I guess we'll fight it. It'd be nice if the damage to the fort carried over, but I don't think it does. At least not the specific damage. Damage to towns lingers on the strategic map, but we'll see. Let's try and fight this one more efficiently. They're weaker, but frankly, so are we. All right, let's merge companies. Well, maybe it does carry over. I mean, the fort, that section of the fort looks like shit. Huh. Because that's the exact spot we bombarded, right? Too bad I don't... Do I still have some... I don't think I have any artillery, actually. I do not. Well, doesn't matter so much then. All right. Okay. So maybe this section of the fort is unoccupied, although it looks like they've at least repaired it somewhat. Good God. We're not going to wait. We're just going to try and push through. This may not work. We'll see. Actually, what's their conditions? Okay. Their conditions good enough to make a push. Butcher, move forward with your men. Their 120-man companies aren't here, at least. Of course, that one of my boys are already retreating, but... Get on the walls. Thought I ordered you to charge. Alright, they're routing. Nice. Alright, we pushed one unit off. We didn't route them from the map, but we at least pushed them off. Try to get up on the walls. Our morale is not in good shape. Hey, we forced one of these guys to surrender. Hell yeah, brothers. We drove another company off. Enemy guns are moving. So yeah, shoot the bastards. Nice. Okay, this is big. If we can wipe out an artillery company. Are those infantry moving onto those guns to man them? Looks like it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're just moving to shoot. Shattered another infantry company. We're inside the fort, boys. Pour into them. Bring them up. I don't honestly remember how Napoleon Total War handles forts, if I'm being totally honest. It's been a long while since I played NTW. if this artillery's glitched, but for whatever reason this battery doesn't seem to want to shoot. Maybe I'm too close? I don't really know. I don't have a line of sight. Those enemy troops are routing. Nice. They really take heavy, heavy casualties when they run like that. Alright, that enemy battery is routing. So no more enemy artillery. Other enemy infantry company shattered. Where are you running to? You running toward me? Well, artillery company shattered. I think because of the way the fort's structured, these guys keep moving through this funnel and getting wrecked when they do. Which that is definitely appears to be helping. They're trying to move their 74 men back onto their guns. That volley was too much for them. Go take those guns up. It's gonna be a victory, boys. Another enemy company shattered. We're gonna win it. We're gonna win this one. Hell yeah. See if we can finish any of these enemy units off. Destroy what's left of them before they all run away. Maybe capture a few more of them? We did capture the one group, right? Yeah, they're over here. Were they the Hessians who we captured? They were. We captured us some Hessians. Well, New York hasn't happened yet. If New York had happened, those Hessians might be in trouble. But New York hasn't happened yet, so... I was going to say, this division seemed particularly effective, but it does turn out that they've got brown besses, so that makes sense. Okay. Alright, I think we're going to maybe get the artillery company here. Oh, nice. These guys surrendered. I will always take the POWs. Unless the game's going to tell me, oh, we found their dead bodies. Because I didn't order them killed, so I don't know what you're talking about, game. Not that time, anyway. I might have done it before. Not that time. I don't know why they're not running, but I will gladly take the free destruction of an enemy company. Go get 'em! We hoofed and we poofed and we blew their house down. All right, come on. They don't have the stamina to keep up. Alright, end of battle. Okay, so we lost 231 of 1,100 men. The enemy lost 400, actually 500 almost, when you include the captured, out of 600. So maybe that's just the lesson, is just charge, you know? Especially if it's not a stone fort. Just Just go in as hard as you can, I guess. All right, so Evans, I guess, is retreating, but the other 2 regiments seem to be okay. Hey, Evans, you suck. The enemy's already gone. Nice. Right, can you guys take that dropped equipment, please? Congress addresses the colonies. 50% recruits for Rhode Island, Massachusetts Bay, and Connecticut. All right, Evans, you can go back to New Haven just in case they come by sea. All right, Fort Montgomery is ours. So you guys go back to Hatfield, I guess. That's on the interior to Massachusetts Bay for our drive on Fort Rice. That'll be the next objective. These 60, 70 men can go garrison Montgomery. They're not going to be any use in that battle. Abandoned property. Part of the Loyalists went north, leaving their homes. Where is this? Massachusetts Bay. Current loyalty in Massachusetts Bay is only 69%. I guess I don't want to hurt that. Okay. Man, every army I lead gets wrecked. I guess the butcher is an accurate statement, I suppose. All right, get up to Hatfield, and then we can prepare for the assault on Fort Rice. As a reminder, Fort Rice is an important position to take because, as you can see here, New York all sort of has one linked supply line. Massachusetts Bay and the other areas do. Fort Rice is the linchpin in allowing east and west parts of this map to transfer supplies and reinforcements and other things like that, so it's important for us to take that. All right, so Ticonderoga, Fort Saratoga both have nice ammo and provisioning stockpiles. Montgomery actually has some recruits which just showed up there. Gave us 40 more men. How's the production going? We have 130 muskets in stockpile of U.S. muskets. 291 civilian muskets. Didn't I have like 30 gallopers? Where did they, or naval guns? Where did those all go? Oh, this is the production infrastructure. Never mind, not the market. So if we go to the market, we got 600 brown besses in storage. Man, we keep taking them off the battlefield. When I played this last time, the French were like already giving us a bunch of free stuff, which they haven't been so much. We also have hunter rifles in storage. I'm guessing those were some rifles retrieved from Daniel Morgan's regiment as it was destroyed. So, okay. Yep, another regiment of foot was found dead nearby Butcher's Horatio Butcher. Oh, now they're saying I killed him? Now they're blaming me directly? My fault personally? Nonsense. Murder. Guilty. Whatever. Whatever, you redcoat sympathizers. All right. So we've got 1,200 men at Hatfield now. 79 regulars. Oh, they drew some reinforcements at least. That's nice. Not enough muskets for these boys. What kind of muskets do they have? Civilian muskets? Okay, we're going to need to tidy up a few things. So first off, these men all have brown besses. If we were to outfit all of them with more, we would need 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, which we don't have anyway. We could do United States muskets for one of these companies, and they could draw for that. So we will... maybe not. Let's see here. We'll do this. Give one of them brown besses. That'll free up 150 civilian muskets. Then these guys can have United States muskets, which frees those brown besses back up. I don't know what I'm just like shuffling deck chairs. All right, I don't know what I just did. Let's just see what happens on September 11th, 1775. Hey, we captured some rum from the British. Good for us. All right, we got 300 more recruits. Not enough muskets still. So we burned through all those civilian muskets. Ate up a fair number of those brown besses. Some regular units drew some reinforcements. So one thing we should look at doing, we've got a 720-man regular regiment all the way up here. They've just been sitting here since they were reformed. So let's do this. I don't have guns for them, so we're going to have to buy some guns on the market. You can buy... Connecticut is 91% loyal. I'll take the cash. And now we can recruit skirmishers and assign them to infantry regiments. Skirmishers are light infantrymen and used to protect the flanks or screen the main body of the army. They are ideal to harass the enemy with swift or light sporadic attacks and disrupt their attacks. Okay. Are those different than Minutemen? Or do they functionally operate the same on the battlefield? I'm not certain on the answer to that. Whoa, why are these guys in green? Oh, we got a free regiment. Yeah. Okay, sweet. So because we did the Continental Army, I think we got 2 historical regiments, which were assigned to us. One of them is the 1st New Hampshire, which are all Fusiliers. Thank God, I needed regular troops. Let's raise another one of you. Only for skirmishers. Why can't they use brown besses? Oh, there they can. Okay, there. And then we'll do an artillery battery of 6-pounders. This is going to be a crack fucking regiment. Okay, we'll have 5 companies of Fusiliers and a company of 6-pound artillery pieces. Yes. Ned Stark would be proud, John. Lol. Is this also free? The 3rd New Jersey? What are these boys? Are these Fusiliers also? Yes. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. More regulars. Hell yeah, brothers. All right, you can have brown besses too. And then we don't have enough for another 6-pound battery, but we would have 4-pounders, so we can do that. So we have 2 crack. Oh, man. Oh, yes. So we'll have 2 regiments of what, 700, 600 troops? Of regular troops. Jersey boys. Then we'll pull the 700 troops out of Falmouth. And then that'll give us 2,100 regulars there. Maybe these boys can... You know what? We should have an artillery battery in every regular company. So the 6th Connecticut, disband those boys. You're going to raise an artillery unit. I don't know what you're going to use. The 4-pounders are being used down there. We'll just buy more 4-pound gallopers. I don't have the civilian muskets to do it. Really? Because they got to use civilian muskets for the artillerymen? Okay. Okay. Apply. Let's go ahead and purchase some stuff. We need to buy some cannons anyway. So we're going to use all 6 in the other battery. We're going to use... Well, there aren't any 6-pounders to buy, so I guess we'll just buy 4 more 3-pounders. We have to sell some stuff. We do have 16 rum. Sell that for 2,300 gold. I could sell some ammo, too. Not that we have a ton of ammo to spare, but it's actually kind of valuable. Give me a bit of cash. We've begun the resource mixing game, which is such a huge part of my experience with this game. All right, so let's go back here. Okay. So we should have 700 men here, 700, 2,800 regular troops for the assault on Fort Rice. That'll be a nice... I mean, that's a nice field force. That could even support the assault on Montreal or Quebec, possibly. All right. So... Are there any more guns to get? Let's do a Minutemen. I don't really want to give hunter rifles to the boys up there. I'm just trying to make sure that Falmouth isn't too enticing for the enemy to move troops down toward, because if the garrison is too weak, they may go after it. So we'll wait till the 14th to start shifting those regular troops. All right. I feel like I just saw something pop out of Fort George. Making me nervous. Okay, tensions with the Cherokee are going up. Did I ever assign new things at the headquarters? I didn't. So let's do an intelligence department, because I would like the ability to do international relations. Not going to be there long. $4,200 troops. All right. HQ. What? Targeting leadership. Agents identify key American leaders and attempt to compromise them through blackmail, bribery, or coercion. Officer Putnam Fitzpatrick of the HQ and Quartermaster Chief has been killed. No. He was a good officer, good quartermaster. No, but all these options suck. Oh my God, they're all horrible. 17, 16, 14. Oh my God, these traits suck. Okay. We're going to need to... He had a pretty good rating for that too. All right. Not enough muskets. Jesus Christ, I need... We're going to give our quartermaster nightmares and buy 120 Charlevis. So then we can finish equipping that regiment of regulars with better than civilian muskets. Despite the fact that this individual regiment now has Spanish 55s, Charlevilles, and Brown Besses. Again, whoever's the quartermaster of this unit, he's going to be having nightmares. But it is what it is. All right, so that'll free up 360 civilian muskets. We don't have sufficient Brown Besses to fully equip all those boys. We might get more civilians for that. All right, so we'll move forward one more day. We're at, what, 4,200? I don't know what the penalty is for staying at a base that's so obviously overstacked. All right, so I assume all the civilian muskets are now gone. No, we still got 250 or 290 in stockpile. Okay, well, whatever. All right, this is good enough. We should go. Let's do a quick recon of Fort Rice before we send the troops out. All right, they only have 500 troops. So all right, the fall campaign of 1775 is about to begin. The goal will be to take Fort Rice. And maybe, so again, our campaign objective in the next year is to take Montreal and Quebec from the British. I think to support that, especially given we've got 4,000 troops ready to strike at Fort Rice, what we do is we move 4,000 troops up, take Fort Rice, then move up toward Hubbardton. Is Hubbardton technically in New Hampshire? It's not Canada yet, so take Hubbardton, and then, depending on the timing and the situation, maybe swing east to take Lovell and Stevens. Invasion of Dominica. Okay. French Navy under Admiral Charles Henry Hector d'Estaing captured the British-controlled island of Dominica in the Caribbean as part of an ongoing colonial conflict between the two nations. All right, so advance, take Rice, swing east, take Stevens. There's a large British force here, or at least a moderate force. But Stevens has always kind of been on the flank of Portsmouth, Salem, Boston, Leicester. Because if we take Rice and Stevens, then that frees up the regiments garrisoning Leicester. Maybe not the coastal garrison at Salem. I don't know. I like leaving troops on the coast. Maybe that's inefficient. But it certainly frees up at least one garrison to move in. And also removes a threat to our flank as we move north toward Frederick and Burlington. If we just move up the valley, that leaves this flank open, which means we'd probably have to leave troops garrisoned in these forts along the way. So I think that is the objective. Rice, Stevens, Rice, Hubbardton, Lovell, Stevens. Clear these out. And then push further. I think that's got to be the route we go. What does it mean British and French tensions are rising? They're already at war with each other. I wouldn't mind an alliance with you. Maybe I can do that once I get my intelligence service on the next day. I do know that one way they model winter is your provisions absolutely collapse. Your ability to campaign in the winter is greatly reduced because your troops are so often without proper food. And even your towns sometimes are as well. With that being said, guys, we've been going for almost an hour, so we're going to wrap this episode up here. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Please leave your thoughts below. And as always, until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.